1 year has gone by since the U.S. imposed new sanctions that cut off key remittances to Cuba. The move by the former Trump White House aimed to prohibit remittances sent to firms that were linked to the Cuban military. As a result, Western Union closed money transfer locations across the island, which left thousands deprived of remittances, which constitute a major source of income for Cubans after tourism. Some Cubans say the decision by the U.S. has made it harder and costly for their relatives to send them money through informal channels.
We receive the money, but we know that the sender is being overcharged for the transfer. However, they keep making this sacrifice for their relatives here. This has to change for the better, and I think Biden is the one who must make the changes.
Analysts here say that U.S. President Joe Biden's promise to reverse Trump-era sanctions against Cuba were never met. Instead, in August, the White House imposed new sanctions on some Cuban officials and entities. The move came after Cuba's crackdown against thousands protesting in July over the struggling economy and the government's handling of the COVID-19 pandemic.
Biden, por determinadas razones,
for some reason, Biden will not make any move to promote a U.S. policy like that of Barack Obama towards normalization of relations with Cuba. He has placed himself in an unsustainable situation, and I can't recall such tense U.S.-Cuba relations under a Democratic administration like the ones we see today.
For Cuban citizens, the current U.S. policy has erased their hopes about a new chapter in U.S.-Cuba relations under Joe Biden.
Biden's Cuba policy is the same hypocritical policy maintained by several U.S. administrations against the Cuban people. It's all about electoral promises that he made to those who voted for him, but which he did not meet.
After Biden won the U.S. presidency, some Cubans expected to see the reopening of the U.S. consulate in Havana to avoid costly trips to a third country to apply for entry visas, the reinstatement of Western Union remittance services, the return of U.S. cruise ships and commercial flights to all airports, and the lifting of other restrictions, which would make their daily life easier. Meantime, Cuban authorities have repeatedly denounced the U.S. policy protocol use of sanctions against Cuba that aims to change the government on the island. Luis Chirino, CGTN, Havana.